Welcome to another video of Hermetic Flow Dance. In this video I will explain rhythm and energy. Previous video I have discussed flow, how to contain your energy, and polarity within dance, staccato, legato movements. And in this video I will try to explain rhythm. Rhythm has a lot to do with flow. The purpose of rhythm is to raise energy. Rhythm is the flow of nature, like the ebb and flow of the tides. Rhythm is tension. You move from and to a center. It's a pushing and pulling of a certain energy. And this center, it can be the music, it can be energy, something. It's something that you feel. The moving of the rhythm has variable speeds, and the rhythm itself can be symbolized by the lemniscatus. When you look at how the Earth is revolving around the Sun, you get another idea about what rhythm is. As you see in this clip, the Earth is not simply turning around the Earth. There's a change in distance and speed. It goes towards the Sun and gets pushed away again, and by doing this every time also in a different position, and this will also explain for us the different constellations. Rhythm also has a lot to do with dancing in and outside of the musical notes. A long time ago I realized the paradox of that you can dance outside of the musical notes. You would really feel the music even though you were not dancing on cue. So when you are dancing on the notes itself, it becomes mechanical. It does not seem to really be alive, the dance. It does not generate a lot of energy, and it's very structured. There's no order. When you dance outside of the notes, you can do this in two ways. You can do this without tension, or you can do it with tension, or if you like, with gravity or without gravity. Without gravity or tension, you simply dance, but you're way out of rhythm. It's chaos, there's no connectivity to the flow at all, and it costs a lot of energy. When you dance with tension or with gravity, you feel the musical notes, you feel the flow, but you purposely move around it. This creates some tension and creates us a lot of energy. And there's a mystery here because you tap into a higher order of rhythm. Let's go to the dance. And I will take an example from the salsa. Because salsa has been able to very successfully integrate rhythm in its dance. So here is the instructor speaking about how to dance. And what you see is that there's a difference in speed, and this is purposeful. This is on purpose. In salsa you dance you step on 1, 2, 3, stop, 5, 6, 7, stop.
So take a look nice and slow.
Da,
One,
da,
two,
da,
step behind,
da,
back,
da,
step
da.
in front. 1, 2, step behind, back, step in front.
So there's always this coming forward and coming back, coming forward and coming back, and this creates a lot of energy. So actually, when you are doing the salsa, you have the moving of the part as they go like this, and then sometimes you move together. That's interesting. When you do the different steps, and use it on rhythm, and also the other parts of your body will continue. Will join. So one of the main things is that your arms will also start to move, or your shoulders will start to move. Your hips will start to move in these circular movements. So salsa, they will have the different movements for different part of your body, and often the parts of your body that will have opposite movement. So when your left leg goes forward, then your right arm goes backwards, for example. So salsa is relatively synchronized. It's quite synchronized. In Gurdjieff movements, on the other hand, it has different rhythms for different body parts. That creates a lot more tension. And although this is a lot more difficult to do, in the end, if you're able to master this, it raises a lot more energy than salsa dance. So there are a couple of ways that you can play with rhythm. When you start to feel it, you can experiment, and it's very interesting. So if you want to raise additional energy, you can try to break the rhythm. So one of the dances which is very active in as a basis to break the rhythm, this is samba. So I dance a little bit of samba in my dance move, so when we have a short look at how I move, you see that I step, but sometimes I stop stepping, and then you also see that there is the turning of my ankle, my feet. There's my knees. It's like a whole combination of movements. And it raises a lot of energy and tension. If you break the rhythm while you are in flow, this creates tension and thus energy. But the trick is not to break the rhythm too hard, otherwise you lose the connection with the dance and the flow. So for example, sometimes in the dance you can just stop. Or you can dance and you do repeating steps. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And something happens. And it's also important to keep the rhythm by having sufficient variation. So sometimes with certain kind of movements you realize when you're repeating a certain movement, although you're in flow and in rhythm, it starts to wear off. For example, it's just a general rule, but if you do like 8 times the same movement, it gets boring. And then you lose energy. And I think it has to do with that you are no longer in the moment. So the dance, the flow, the rhythm is a continuous feeling of what is in the moment. And if you feel that you go out of the movement because you are becoming repetitive, you can do a variation of the same movement, and then slightly different, but it has a very big change and effect.